what is the difference between synchronous sequential circuit versus asynchronous sequential logic circuit, right? This is one of the important question, right? So synchronous sequential circuit means, right, so we will be having the memory elements are the clocked flip-flop. It means that as we discussed in the previous short answer question, so here also we will be having the combinational logic circuit only. Here we will be having the extra memory element, that is what we called as the synchronous, right? So if this memory element can be controlled by the clock signal, then it is called as the synchronous sequential circuit, right? So memory elements are the clocked flip-flop. It means it can be controlled by the clock signal or clock pulse. Then it is called as the synchronous sequential circuit. Now what is the meaning of asynchronous sequential circuit? Here it is also combinational logic circuit where output is going to be produced, that we are going to store in terms of the memory. That memory we called as the delay element. It means that this delay element cannot be controlled by the any external clock pulse, right? So memory elements are either unclocked flip-flops or time delays. So in asynchronous, the memory elements we are calling as the time delays. Unclocked means we are not applying the any clock pulse to control this memory element value, right? So now what is the definition? As we discussed, the changes in the input signal can affect the memory element upon activation of the clock pulse, right? If you want to change the input value and if you want to get the memory element as your input value, this is depends upon the clock signal. That is the meaning of this one. So here in asynchronous sequential circuit, the changes in the input signal, see, the changes in the input signal will affect the memory element at any instant of the time period. It means that once time delay is completed, automatically it will go here. That is the meaning of any instant of the time period. The same definition you can write for the synchronous as well as the asynchronous sequential circuit, right? So here then easier to design, right? This is not required. It is easier to design. Why easier to design means the everything will be based on the clock signal. It means that we have the proper control over the memory element operation, right? So here we don't have any control over the memory element. Once time second 60 is completed, automatically value will go to the input. It means that we don't have the control. So control we don't have means it is more difficult to design. It is easier to design. If you want one more operation, right? So here everything will be work based on the one after another. So it means that it is a slower operation. It is the faster operation. Why faster operation? To get the memory element value, we don't require any clock signal. So directly we can get it, right? So that is the reason asynchronous counters are faster, but it is difficult to design. Synchronous counters are easy to design, but it is slower in the performance.